Hello, fantastic. Hello, guys. Hello, and welcome to another day in paradise, and welcome to another live edition of the Unapologetic Negropian. In today's video, as you probably are well aware of, we are going to speak to just one of the investors who contacted me because she was not happy with the fact that Kwesi Boy had been given his time to basically come on to the Unapologetic Negropian and say his spiel about what really happened. Now, well, I had a lot of comeback from that. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, well, what do you believe in now?" It wasn't about whether I believed him or not. It was all about me being able to give him a chance to speak his mind about what happened and at least give us some insight into Blacksit. And I think we got quite a bit out of him. A lot of you guys were saying, "Oh, we didn't hear anything about what happened at Blacksit." Yes, we did. We know that Blacksit's husband is perhaps, I don't know, that he has the teeth, but he doesn't really want to bite, if you know what I mean. Especially when it comes to Juliet, that he's a bit passive when it comes to Juliet, and that's what we heard from Kwesi anyway, which sort of rings true in my opinion as well. That he is just a little bit, I don't know, that he sort of allows Juliet to run the show, right? What else? I think we also found out that there is a bit of chaos there, isn't there, in the organization. I think a lot of you guys would have perhaps have made the assumption that there was a bit of disorganization there. I knew it had something to do with the fact that they're just not, they had a lot of business come their way and they did not understand the complexity of buying real estate in the Gambia. It's one thing to do it for yourself. It's another thing to go and help 100 different people, who are coming in as well. Yeah, it's good money for her. It was really good money for her, but she, I think, stretched her resources to the point in which, she was taking on too much herself. She didn't trust anybody else. If you have an organization where you cannot trust anybody else within that organization and you're trying to do everything yourself, guess what's going to happen eventually? Eventually, things are going to break down. That always happens in these types of organizations because if you're unable to communicate freely with the people inside your organization, that lack of communication will bring a lack of understanding. And then that lack of understanding will bring a lack of action. And that lack of action will then bring a lack of success within your organization. That happens from, from small to medium-sized enterprises to huge conglomerates. The same thing. It's a human thing. I'm not saying that, there are other people out there. There are other very capable people out there who are in similar situation as Juliet, but they have something else. They have something inside them that's driving them differently. So they're not always getting ill. They're not always, "Oh yeah, so-and-so's ill. I can't do the work. I can't." She's ill all the time. There is always something which disables her from doing the things that she wants to do. I'm going to say hello to you guys in a moment. I'm sorry, I've been a bit rude. And I've got our guest waiting backstage. I'll be with her in one moment, but I'm just going to finish off this. Yeah, she's always ill. Okay, so these are the things that we found out in the last live with Kwesi, and I thought that was quite interesting. Now, clearly, when he came on, he did his spiel, and then bam, a lot of people got angry because a lot of people were saying, "Yo, he was taking over the conversation and he was just basically trying to sell himself." And I think, the way he was acting actually was quite reminiscent of the way he normally acts. I think this is the way he sells himself to his people. I don't know. I'm going to ask our guest, Judy Johnson. I'm going to ask her these questions because it's quite interesting how this appeared. Give me one. Yeah, I'm going to try and talk and do an email at the same time. So yeah, it's quite interesting how it happened. I know you guys are going to be asking her questions. Right now, I'm going to be it'll be just me and her for a while, so we can have a quick talk about how it happened. How did you get yourself into this situation where you giving your money to people like artcathey? How does that happen? That's a bad situation. But perhaps we should ask her ourselves. But before I ask her ourselves, I'm going to say hello to you guys. So, hello Katie, hello TK, hello Diva X, you're always here. Nice to see you again. Hello Africa Bound, Angel. Yeah, he would be Angel, by the way. He will. Kwesi, I hope he's watching. It will be nice. And you know, I'm going to speak to Judy Johnson afterwards, and if he wants to say something in the comment section, that's fine. And perhaps if Judy Johnson is fine with him coming on, he can come on. But this is Judy Johnson's show. I really want you guys to hear what she has to say. Pan-African BMG TOW, A1 Black Man. Hello. Luther Michaels. Hello. Hello, 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 guys. Don Langdon back again. Nice to see you again. African Caribbean Diaspora Talks. Hello, this is Africa BB BR. Hello, guys. Thanks and welcome, welcome. And Steph, hello. Hello, Steph. How you doing? Nice to see you guys. Thanks for joining us this evening. Got a little bit of a different setup, by the way, guys. It's not my normal setup. That's because I'm using a camera from a laptop, which is the reason why the lighting is so bad and I look a bit disheveled. I hear you guys talking about my thumbnail, by the way, guys. That photograph was taken last week. Nah, I'm only joking. It was taken a good 6 years ago. There you go. It wasn't that long ago. God. But 6 years makes a massive difference, isn't it? So I was like 38 in that photograph. And the fact that, you know, I was you know, it was a proper professional photo shoot too. Yeah. Eat your heart out, Dynasty Mia. Eat your heart out. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking rubbish, and we're going to get on with this because Judy Johnson is waiting patiently backstage. So we're going to have a chat with her right now. We're going to add her to the stream. Judy, hello. How are you? I wonder if you can hear me. Dear, I can't hear you. Give me a second. Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Hello, Judy. Judy.
Can you guys hear me? I can't hear you.
I can hear you now. I can hear you. Go ahead. Hello, how are you?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Oh, wait there. Can you hear me now?
I hear nothing.
Aha.
I hear nothing.
You can't hear anything. Turn up your microphone. Yeah, turn up your speaker.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, hi.
Hello, hello. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good. You know, I normally, when I do these Zoom calls, it's like, sorry, Zoom, these lives, I'm normally speaking to somebody who's way over in Africa, way over in the States. It's nice to speak to somebody who's kind of local.
Yes. Although I am.
Yeah.
Although I am American, I just live here in Germany.
I'm guessing it's something to do with the armed forces.
It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't.
Okay, that's very interesting. That's all right. You need not say anymore. Okay, so how long have you been living in Deutschland for?
6 years. Yeah, 6 years.
6 years. Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Oh my gosh, no.
Nein?
No, a little
Me
bit.
neither.
It's
I don't speak it, but I made it.
know enough to get by and to live. So that's enough. That's enough.
Sehr good. No, I purposely went out of my way not to speak it. The next language I speak or I'm going to learn is going to be an African language. It will not
Oh,
be a European. Oh,
okay.
I'm not speaking
Okay.
any
I would like
European
to learn tree
languages.
or how to
Oh, that
speak.
would be nice. That would be very nice. That would be very nice. Um, but why? I mean, are you planning to move to Ghana at some point?
No, I just have close relationships with some Ghanaians, and I love when they speak this language. It's really cool.
No, that's nice. That's nice. I know that there's going to be quite a few people in the comment section who are going to have questions, right? Clearly. But first, I'm going to allow you to, I'm going to ask you first so you can go into your story. Tell me, how does a person like you seem like...
Sorry about my picture. I can't show my face right now.
That's okay.
I'm feeding my child. So if
you're breastfeeding. Oh,
I'm
bless.
sorry. I'm proud of my body. And if you don't
how many
it,
children?
yeah.
How many children do you have?
I have 7 kids.
7 children.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
I was married a very long time. And
wow.
I'm proud of the way that I look. So I'm sorry, Miss Ma'am, who's offended by my booty, my beautiful legs. You can turn your screen off. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay. And we totally understand. But 7 children.
Oh,
well,
yeah. I'm blessed. God blessed us. Yes.
My wife is going to be so jealous of you. So jealous.
Don't. Everybody has their purpose. Everybody, God has a plan for everyone. There's no need to be jealous of the next person.
Yeah, I mean, I should say envious. Yeah, she's going to be very envious. But 7 children, and you still manage to find the money to invest in kwesiboyd's schemes.
I mean, that's why I was really upset because I had just, got a divorce, and then the pandemic happened and I lost my job. But a friend of mine was telling me about the investment opportunities, and I really do always dream of going to Africa and having a place there. So I actually was sent to Blacksit, and Blacksit was with Kwesi and Art at the time, and they sent me to Art, and Art sent me to Kwesi. So it was kind of like I was jumping from person to person.
Okay. Okay, cool. And so I know that I'm going to ask this question before anybody else asks this question. Okay. kwesiboyd, artcathey. Yeah, not even so much kwesiboyd because he wasn't so vocal, but artcathey definitely. She was a toxic person. Pretty much from the get-go.
She's the main reason why I asked to get out of the situation, because so when I first got in, they sent me a video that she did. It was a nice video, actually. She was on the beach. She was doing yoga. She was just talking about how beautiful the Gambia is and living free in Africa. And I was like, oh, will be really nice. And so then I started talking with Kwesi. But after I got involved with them, I joined her Instagram. And that's where I started to see videos that made me so uncomfortable. And I realized she was not a very nice person and very judgmental, very evil. I would have to use the word evil. And I was trying to speak with Kwesi about it because it made me very uncomfortable. I just don't feel like people should be that way. And I told him, like, when we discuss things, he assured me this was a community and we're about uplifting each other and, changing things and new opportunities. And she was totally not that. She was not about community. She did not uplift people. She was.
Do you know what? So can I say this though?
Yes.
She would probably argue that she was uplifting and that she was somebody that was positive towards people, just her people though. And
Everyone
her
has
people was quite
perspective.
niche. They were quite niche, right? She didn't like anyone that was, she basically didn't like anyone that was light-skinned. She didn't like anyone that was mixed race. She didn't like anybody that was in a mixed interracial relationship. She didn't like these things. And she was quite vocal about them as well, right?
And this is a conversation I tried to have with Kwesi. And I told him if she's going to be a part of this, I have to step away from this because I'm biracial. My children are biracial. And this is not about race anyways. It's about trying to we had a vision and we wanted to make a community and we wanted to change, the way that things are and the way that people look at things. And I didn't want to be in part of a community where somebody was bashing people because of the way they looked or where they came from. That's not the vision. That was not the mission. So
And clearly, she was more, yeah. I mean, I think she was more militant. And I think a lot of people would argue this is what you need in a place like the African continent. You need that, that bit of, that fight inside you. A lot of that fight that many African Americans bring to the table. I think I made a video about this one time about if we go into battle, the African Americans will be leading us. I said something like this because they've basically been born in this hellhole that a lot of people like to call the United States of America, which is nice 95% of the time. I've lived there, so I've lived in the States. It's 95% of the time it's nice, and then you have that 5% of the time. And a lot of that 5% of the time can either kill you, put you in prison, simply because of the color of skin.
I that as a person who's lived in multiple places, every place has good and bad. Every place has opportunity, and some people make it, some people don't. Some people have good, stories to tell. Some people don't. It just is where you belong, pretty much, where you fit in, where you can get in. America has its good and bads, just like Africa has its good and bads. Germany has its good and bads. England definitely has its good and bads, but it's all perspective. It's all, situational. Everyone has good and bad stories to tell. So I don't think we should really speak on like this place is good and this place is bad. I think people make places good and bad. People ruin things, people's hate, people's judgment, people's ridicule, people's looking at another person and what they have. They ruin things. We ruin things. But everything can be good.
Would you say that you came into the situation at just the wrong time because you essentially did not realize that this artcathey was going to be a part of the bigger picture and that she was going to be sort of spearheading the sales, and she was coming in with these very offensive ideas, philosophies, and she was garnishing the business with these ideas and the philosophies. And Kwesi didn't really do much, did he?
I don't think we should paint Kwesi as some type of like poor man who just artcathey was the bad guy. Kwesi definitely is not a good guy, and he definitely was in charge. Him and artcathey both were given a lot of reign and shouldn't have been leading this. They're both scammers, but her ideas definitely were supported, and that's because she brought in a lot of investors or people because of her womb school, and Kwesi really appealed to that. but Kwesi definitely is not a person we should, allow to play victim, because he wasn't. And do I think I came in at a good time? No, but there was no good time to come in, because these people, they just were mouthpieces. They just were finessing all of us, but they didn't mean well. The vision was nice, but they did not mean well. Their intentions were not good. They were playing us from the very beginning before I even got there. So, I mean, this thing's
Yeah.
going to fall apart eventually. I just
Yeah.
got in where I got in, and I got screwed like a lot of other people, unfortunately. And I think we should really inform people, to do more research and to not be so trusting, and to go to Africa and get their feet on the ground before they decide to do anything, because you can't put nothing past anybody. The idea seemed nice, the things that we spoke about were nice. I thought we were building a relationship and some trust, some rapport, and none of that was true. And it wasn't, I've never spoken a single word to artcathey. I've only ever spoken to Kwesi. I've only ever been on the camera with Kwesi. And so I can only really speak about Kwesi. And when I speak about artcathey, it's because of the things that she said on her videos and on her lives that I just didn't agree with. And I felt were offensive.
I mean, you sent Kwesi thousands of dollars. I mean, what did he promise to give you back in, for your investment? What was supposed to be the return?
So I wanted to buy some land with Juliet Blacksick, and he, had just left. I guess they had gotten to bad business together, and so he was like, "You should actually come with us, and because we are not just going to buy land, we're going to buy compounds that are already, established."
Oh,
This would be better
okay.
for someone like you who has children, and some of these properties come with people that already live on the property, that take care of the property, and that can, really help you. And it just would be a better situation for you. And so I was like, okay, yeah, this sounds really good. And he was like, and then some of the properties, we can rent out, and then you can make more money back and you get a percentage. And I'm like, okay, this sounds good. I'm thinking, wow, I'm going to have a compound with land, and I'm going to join them in investments. And so I just sent a little bit of money and was supposed to send more money. And then I was told by one of the people that worked with him, actually, they wrote me in a private message and was like, do not send any more money. There's things going on over here that you don't know about. I advise you to get on a plane and come here as soon as the pandemic is over, because your money is not going where it's supposed to go. Nothing is what it seems. And, they also were like, this woman, artcathey, is actually being ran out of the Gambia. And so just flow. So yeah.
Yeah.
Then I started looking at messages and seeing that, then trying to talk with Kwesi about what was going on, because they weren't sending me any information for my money. Like, when am I going to make this money back? Okay, which compound did you purchase? Like, what is really going on? The messages stopped coming. He stopped answering his phone. And then we got into our investment chat, because there was an investment chat with all the investors. And everybody kept saying, if you want to get out, you can get out. So I said, I want to get out. And they promised me my money was coming in 7 days, 14 days, next month, in a week, and then Phoenix and Shantae got over there and everything just blew up. And, then I found out about the books pretty much being cooked and nothing being what it was told. And then I got the audit, and I realized I had ignorantly put myself into a situation, and I wasn't sure if I was going to get out of it. And Kwesi finally wrote me like a couple of months later and was like, okay, he's going to make it right if these people would stop bashing his name. And I spoke with him and said, it's not about these people, you know, bashing your name. It's that you stole their money and you need to make it right with everybody, because you say that you have all this money, but now you got to spend it on lawyers and stuff. It's not your money to spend it on lawyers. It's not your money to keep. It's our money, period. And then it was, you know, well, we don't have people coming to stay at the properties because of everything going on. Then you need to give the money back. The money needs to be dispersed. But then after looking at the audit, you realize the money had been going in people's pockets. The money wasn't, you know, there were no places being bought. All this furniture wasn't being bought. Property wasn't being bought. And so we all ignorantly went into a situation without properly doing the research and looking at the full picture. So
I saw that at the time there was an independent audit that was going on, a proper audit, and beneath that audit, a guy who calls himself, oh goodness, RJ Mardi, right? He came in with this organization called, I forgot what was it called now. The Something Alliance. I can't even remember it. Some little group of people up in Dakar who said that they would come in and they would do the audit. And when I did a little bit of research into these guys, I realized that they were all frauds, all of them, all total, you know. And then I just figured, clearly there's something going on here. We can't do an audit. When you have an independent audit, you don't have any sort of choice. You know, you don't get to say, oh, well, so-and-so is going to do our audit. You know, no, it doesn't work that way. Not with an independent audit. An auditor comes in who doesn't know both parties, and he audits the books. Simple as that. And he gives us his findings. And I was looking through this audit, actually. I was looking through it, and clearly there was money missing from it. And it'll be interesting to see what Kwesi has to say about this, because I think a lot of people still don't have many answers as to where that money went. I think they have an idea. They have an idea, but no one, neither artcathey or Kwesi said, oh, this missing money from this audit, that went here. Oh, that's a misunderstanding. Nobody gave us any explanation of what happened to that money. So a lot of people, like yourself, was left in limbo. And what else? Yeah, I mean, you must have known, right, that there was a certain amount of risk that you was taking when you was investing in Africa.
Oh yeah, I was being stupid. I was being so stupid. I mean, there's really
you weren't being stupid. You were sold the dream.
I mean,
That's
you have
it.
to be honest in the situation. And the situation is, when I look at it, I'm like, oh yeah, girl, you was being stupid. Because how do you give your money to a complete stranger and trust what they say without doing any type of research? So for me, I can say I was being completely stupid, naive, just, you know, I mean, there's no other words I can use for myself, you know. I definitely took a lesson on the situation, but I just believed it because I wanted to believe it, you know. I mean, there's nothing I can say. I wanted to believe it. I wanted this to be true because this is really, I wanted to have property in Africa, and I wanted to, I was moving too quick. I wasn't doing my diligence. I wasn't doing the work. I just was listening and hoping that, yeah, they're going to do all the work and I'm just going to give them money and everything's going to be peachy keen. But that's not how it works. And so I took a huge risk and I lost, because obviously these people were not at all about the cause. They weren't at all about, helping they ruined things for the Gambia, because a lot of people who were putting money thinking it's going to the Gambia, it went to these people's pockets. So they stole from the Gambia, they stole from us, and it's just, it's an unfortunate situation. It's really quite sad.
It is, yeah, it is a sad situation. I think the thing that's even more sad is that a lot of people are not learning from it, and they're still taking the ill advice of people who are charlatans. They're not professionals in what they are doing. Okay, I've started up a company called Oversight. Right, it's a risk management company, and I don't know a lot about the real estate sector. I have to not employ people, but I have lawyers, right, that work for us that know a lot about the real estate sector. I don't know anything about that. I know more about project management because that's what I used to do. I used to put together reports for the Ministry of Defence in the UK. Okay, that's what I used to do in some pretty risky places, like Northern Ireland, okay, at the time of the Troubles. We're talking mid-1990s here. So I was working in places like this, and I realized that there was a lot of risk in Africa, especially in West Africa. And it wasn't coming from the Africans, it was coming from the diasporans, which was another weird thing which blew my mind. The thing that I wanted to say is that it's not wrong for you to want to invest in Africa, okay? Because you just went about it the wrong way. Your risk, you had a good risk appetite. That's what we call it, right? A good risk appetite. You said to yourself, yeah, I know that there could be problems, but I'm going to go for it and keep my fingers crossed. And with our systems at Oversight, it's not about that. We wanted to make sure that there was a mechanism there for the people so they could at least have a choice. Now, if people go to Africa and they buy land from unlicensed agents, right, and they know about my company, and they end up waiting 15 months, 18 months for their land, and it doesn't come through, or their land, they purchase the land, but the taxes isn't paid on it, so the land isn't officially theirs. And they know about this because I make these videos and I tell them they have made a choice themselves, okay? They have made a choice, a knowing choice, knowing that these things could have happened, knowing that there was a mechanism there that they could have used to subvert this from happening. So I can understand you, because people like you have a passion. So you wanted to, you had a passion for Africa and you wanted to invest in Africa. They probably sold this to you and gifted it to you. kwesiboyd is really good with his words. So he probably sold it to you and you went for it. Nothing wrong with what you did. I don't think you're stupid if I need to say that. But can I ask you this? Did he know you had 7 children?
Oh yeah, we spoke on camera a lot before I sent the money. I spoke with him and a lot of the people that he worked with. So we all met. We had groups together with other investors. So we've all built somewhat of a relationship with one another. So yeah.
Let me ask you this. I'm going to ask you this. It's a cheeky question, but you said that you'd just come out of a divorce.
Yep.
So was there anything else in it?
What do you mean?
Was there perhaps a romantic,
Oh my
potential?
God. Oh, no, sir. No. No.
What's wrong with Kwesi? He's not bad. Okay. Not bad looking lad.
No, thank you. I do have standards. No, it wasn't like that. And I'm not even trying to be mean or anything of the sort. Never even had those type of conversations, and we never spoke alone or at inappropriate hours or anything like this. It was always like, you know, either we're like in a group video chat, or, you know, I was talking with several people in the office or the house that we're staying in. It was never, oh no. And no, this man has several wives. I personally don't want to knock nobody, but I personally don't believe that a man should have multiple wives, multiple children spread around, things like this. I just don't believe that. So, and yeah, and no, no. I'm trying really hard not to say anything mean, but no.
Okay. That's all right. If he's not your type, he's not your type. That doesn't mean you're being mean. Just be you. But so he knew you had 7 children. I mean, that's kind of, I don't know. Would you say that's kind of heartless of him if he knew you had 7 children?
But the thing is, this man did this to several people for even before I got there. I got there in 2020 in May, and he's been doing this since 2018, just lying and taking people's money, especially women. So he has no respect for women. He's like a womanizer, and he has no regard for anyone, period. And he was with, I don't know the situation with Blacksit, but he was with them. So I mean, they're all just messed up people. And I just want people to like pay attention to what people like this do. It's I want to like make the conversation about like, did I think this, did I think that? No, I thought I was investing in property in the Gambia, and that it was so cheap because Gambia is trying to be up and coming, and the people are trying to change, their economy and bring in more people. And, and this is what I thought. I thought we were I was trying to change my life. My life was changing. I was trying to further change my life. And I thought, like, how great would it be if I can get in to this place while it's up and coming, while the people are giving things away for free in a beautiful land, and it wasn't just, it was several people. And so we have to remember that it was several people this man has done this to. I'm just the one on the platform right now.
But I mean, once again, I'm not trying to put things onto you. You made your decision, right? You knew there was risk from the get-go, right? So clearly you knew that something could happen, but you chose, I mean, it was your choice to actually involve yourself with them. Plus, I'm going to put my hand up and say, I cannot remember whether kwesiboyd's company was an LLC. If it is an LLC, then clearly this is not a good thing. Bear with me one moment. This is awfully rude. Someone at the door. There's somebody at the door. Did anybody see my shorts? Indiana Pacers. Anyway, go Pacers! Love Reggie Miller. Anyway, so getting back to this. So, what was I asking? I was asking about your responsibility as well. Okay, I'm not trying to put things onto you, but clearly you have some you have to bear some of the brunt of what happened to yourself, right? And so do those people, those investors. Clearly they didn't do their research, but
I
there's
just
plenty.
like constantly coming on platforms, and I understand from what I understand, I don't really know much about Black-sick, that they're also scammers. They're just a little bit smarter about it. I just don't like that this
Ask you, why would you say that? Why would you say that? Why do you think that?
From what I know, they just have better relationships with people in the Gambia. And they've, I guess, been doing this a little bit longer than Kwesi. But I do know that some people that are with Black-sick or went through Black-sick, they have their property, they have their pink slips, their taxes are paid, they've broke land and started building. So that's why I say I don't know too much about Black-sick. What I know is that some people that I know about Black-sick, they have their land, they didn't get screwed over. So I can't speak too much on them. But I don't like that this man comes on these platforms and he's got so much to say about everybody, but he does not focus on himself. He does not speak about himself. He doesn't, he doesn't answer, the people that he's done wrong when they try to address him. He runs, he hides, he dips and dodges questions and his messages, and he comes on these platforms and he plays victim. That's one thing. Like, don't play the victim. Say what you did wrong. Try to make it right. And if you can't make it right, then you should be focused. That's where your focus needs to be. Not coming on these platforms and pointing the finger at other people when you are just as bad, if not worse.
Yeah, I mean, there is a lack of accountability, period, right? And when I mean by accountability, what I mean by accountability, sorry?
Listen, because a lot of people are losing focus in these comments. Just because my picture looks like that, let me explain. Does mean that I asked to be scammed. It does not mean that I deserved what I got. It does not mean that because I'm a mother, I'm not allowed to like post the picture that I want to post, or that, then you know what, of course, like maybe she had something with Kwesi. Look at the way she looks and something. Like, don't lose focus. Okay, don't lose focus. This platform is to inform people of what is going on, what people are doing over there, and just to, encourage people to do the due diligence, to like put in the work, do the research, go over there, make a visit. Like, that's what this platform is about. That's what this talk is about. It's to expose people, it's to encourage people, and to just, inform. Don't lose focus on my picture. Don't lose focus on that I'm a mother. And like, we don't need your opinions, okay? I know that I made a mistake, but Kwesi also is wrong. And he preys on people. And people have hope to leave, especially during the Black Lives Matter movement. And people were hoping that they could go to another place and be amongst more of their people and, make a change in Africa and escape what was happening in America. And he took advantage of people. And he used that situation just like what he was talking about on Monday with your live and his live, Black people and the history of Black people. He is a manipulator. And anyone else who has stolen money over there, Black-sick, artcathey, and whomever else, this is terrible. And this is wrong. And this needs to be nipped in the bud. And these people need to be exposed. And the focus needs to stay there and nowhere else. Because there's not going to be change until we keep our focus where it needs to be. And we allow people to be comfortable enough to come and say hey, this happened to me, and I want you to know that this happened to me, because I don't want this to happen to you, and I don't want this to affect people wanting to go and make a change in Africa or these countries. They don't want the corruption. They want change. They want their countries to come up. But this does not help this situation. And that's where the focus should stay and remain. Nothing else. That's why we're here on this platform. I'm not here to cry victim or anything like this. I may never see my money again, and I've accepted that. But the point is to inform people, and for people to say their truth and feel comfortable saying their truth and expose these wolves in sheep's clothing. That is the point. And that's why I'm here.
Yeah, I mean, YouTube itself is like, it's this beast. I can tell you this now, where people, clearly, I mean, this is social media, so people come on and they'll just give their opinions on whatever they want to give their opinions on. They have, I guess, the freedom to do so. I will ask guys to be a little bit more respectful to our guest, and yeah, you know what we're after. We're after justice. We're after some accountability from the people who did what they did last year. I mean, and the thing is, though, is that this happens all the time. And, I suppose we can point at Kwesi, but the reality is this kind of thing happens all the time. Massive companies rarely use their own money in order to make their companies larger. They always lend money from somewhere else. And they use somebody else's money because just in case things go wrong. And if things go wrong, then it's on you. And that's the thing I was trying to talk to you about a little earlier. If he's got a company and it goes down, it's nothing to do with him personally, right? If his business gets forced out, it's to do with the business. He gets to walk away from it because he has a business, a legal entity in its own right. So you can't even go after kwesiboyd personally. I'm not sure how the laws work in the Gambia, but if they are like British law, there is very little you can do about a company that was liquidated properly. But if he had an LLC, then I guess it would have been registered in the United States. You're an American citizen. Yeah, it's a very complicated way. It's very complicated with the way things work, the legality of things. But you said earlier you don't think you'll get your money back, but you wanted to not expose it, but tell the world. And it doesn't seem as though people are listening. And the company that I started, Oversight, this company that I started I started it partly because the lack of action from people, from the public. They were in a situation where they knew things were happening. They were watching my videos. They knew people were getting exposed, but there was nothing happened to these people. In fact, the fact that kwesiboyd stopped that business meant that, that was the very extreme, but everybody else just continued doing everything that they were doing before. It didn't change. Even when I was making these videos and exposing people and showing people just out and out evidence and allowing people to come on and, victims to come on and speak to the world about how they were doing it, people continued to the right research, and bad things happen to them. And that's part of the reason why I started this company, so that people could at least have a choice. They didn't have to. With my company, I mean, if we were working on your behalf, we would ask you to not send the money to anyone. We wouldn't ask you to send the money to anyone. We would ask you to put it in an escrow, an international escrow account, so that whoever was doing the investment on the Gambian side, they would know that, hey, I'm willing to do the work. I'm willing to pay, okay, but you need to give me some assurances. You need to give me some guarantees. What's going to happen, and how do I know these things are going to happen, okay? And if you would have lost your money eventually because we would have told you, it's okay, you go and do whatever you got to do with this Gambian real estate company headed by Kwesi. If you would have lost that money, we at Oversight would have paid you that money back. So that's what we do. We underwrite the entire process, but we have to advise people at the same time. We wouldn't have advised you to have given the money to Kwesi because of what was happening at that time. So clearly that would have, we would have done our research, and we do our due diligence. So we would have found out if there was any sort of noise about Kwesi, and certainly about artcathey, and about how the investors were not getting any returns for what they were paying in. You mentioned that he was a womanizer. Do you think he targets women specifically?
I think so, but that's just my opinion. I think so. I mean, I know there are men who have invested with him, but I haven't. And some people, he's gone out of. I know that some of the men that were complaining, he's definitely like squared up with them and tried to make things right with them, and help them out. And one of them actually went to Africa, and he like was taking care of him for a little while and everything. So as far for the women, he didn't do those things. He didn't help them. He took from them, and when they complained about it, you know, he just bashes them and disregards them. So in my opinion, I would say yes, but you know, we also have to take some accountability.
Well, okay, I'm going to ask you now, because Kwesi is asking to come into the conversation. But what I'm not going to do, I mean, clearly, if you don't have the appetite to speak to him or to hear what he has to say, then you don't have to speak to him at all. All right. But he is backstage. Do you want to hear what he has to sort of reply to that?
I mean, he can.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to speak to him. We could.
It would be. I've tried to speak with him like privately, and he never really responds to me. He just always, you know, points the finger. So I don't really know what he could say different that he doesn't already say. Kind of like a waste of time, and I'm sure most people can agree. He's just a snake who lies. So, I mean, unless he's coming to say, hey, Judy, you know what? You're right. I'm going to go ahead and try to make that right with you and pay you your money. What else is he going to say?
No, well, maybe he is. But I know that he wasn't. There was a particular reason why you guys stopped, and it wasn't, you know, because he was, you know, apparently it was all mostly to do with the lack of oversight and transparency in his business dealings, right? So that all that flared up, and then clearly he had to stop the business. Right. Yes. But he was, I mean, did you, if you were in that situation, you was holding everybody else's money. I mean, I'm trying to think from his perspective. Would you give those people back their money? Would you do it? If you were kwesiboyd, you're there in Africa, all the investors are in America, would you give them back this money?
Well,
This is part of the reason. Yeah, sorry, if you can answer that. Yeah.
In that situation, first of all, because I would never take a bunch of people's money if I didn't know what I was doing. You know, if I didn't know, if I was just pocketing the money, because if you look at the audit, there's like 2 people on there that he had listed as they didn't have complete titles, but they were listed like they were making commission. One of them made 14,000 something dollars,
What?
and yeah,
Yeah.
listed as oh, that's commission, and that's Kwesi's family, I think his brother, and they're just pocketing money. So what situation was he really in? Oh, he got caught with his hand in the jar. Like, that's it. That's it. He was not in that situation. He was scamming people. So no, I would never be in that situation, because I would never take people's money and then put it in my pocket. And then when somebody came for it, I would, you know, there's like, you have to set up insurances and there's all types of things you're supposed to put in place when you have a business running, especially when you're playing with people's money. But as he was saying, you know, all his kids go to really good schools. Isn't that what he said? All my kids go to really good school. All my wives are taken care of. You know, we live a certain way. Okay. So now I know where my money's at. So what are you going to come on this platform and say? You're going to start stuttering again? You're going to start pointing fingers again? You're going to blame everyone else again? Like, what are you going to say? Especially when the paperwork says that these compounds weren't furnished. They weren't even up to date. Most of them not even up to code. These were leased, and the leases were ran out. Like, what are you going to say?
Well,
What are you going to
waiting. Yeah, do you know? I think, do you know what we're going to do? But what I'm going to do, right, is I'm going to put you on pause, right, so you can listen to him, right. So there's not going to be any direct conversation between you two right now, right. I'm going to put you on mute. I'm going to allow him to speak, okay, so he can answer these, right. But you don't have to speak back, and it's only going to be for 5 minutes. How about that? Okay, so we can at least hear his side, and you know, you won't need to have a back and forth with him. I don't think that's right, and I don't think anything good will come out of it, unless, like you said, he comes out and says, "Hey, listen, I'm sorry, you got 7 children. You know, let's try and work something out. Let's pay off in terms. Let's do something. Let's listen to what he has to say." What do you think?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to. Oh, give me a second. I'm just going to mute you, and I'm going to bring in kwesiboyd, who's been waiting patiently backstage. Kwesi, you there with us? Kwesi, can you hear us? You're live.
Huh?
Can you hear us, Kwesi?
Second floor. Yeah, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. We can hear you. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you loud
Can you
and
hear
clear.
me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can hear you. I can hear you. Yes.
Perfect. Talk to me. You've been listening to the conversation.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Talk to us about what you have to say about the conversation we've been having with Judy Johnson.
Did you hear me?
An investor that trusted your organization, and clearly she shouldn't have ultimately,
24.
right?
I'm going to log in. Give me 1 second. I'm going to log back in. Could you hear me?
Yeah.
You can hear me now? Okay. The connection is kind of messed up. However, I know Judy. I know Judy. Judy is one of, man, you know, just like I said in the conversation, you have all of these women, right? Hey, come on, come on.
Are you getting some Wi-Fi? Go ahead. We're listening. Everyone's listening.
Which way? We're up this way. The connection.
We can all hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm trying to get, I'm connect to the Wi-Fi here. I'm going to my friend's room upstairs.
Okay.
All right.
But we can hear you loud and clear.
Judy is just one of 40 people that send their money over during that time. Okay. Judy is one of over 40 people that send money over to invest in a project that we have going on. When all the nonsense started, you had people who jumped automatically on the side of the accusers without having any facts. I'm here on the ground. I'm the one that's responsible for acquiring the properties, for acquiring the furniture that's going to go into the property, have the team on deck. I'm always with a team of people. This is how I move. Not much stop for me because I'm a businessman. I'm an entrepreneur. They just don't see it. The tragedy of it is, you know, this sister, she's getting up there, and me and Judy had nothing but positive conversations, as well as many, many other people, you know, and at the end of the day, nobody gave me a chance to look at what was there. That damn report she was talking about, that so-called audit that was done initially, that was all bullshit. That ain't had nothing to do with what I was doing. That was all manipulated. I mean, I got proof, and all of that's gonna come out. I send him just one thing. Early on, Judy was on with the bullshit. She was up there with the whole slander, and her and other investors. At that time, it was such a big attack that was coming at me. I ain't know who was who.
Mm-hmm. But it seemed pretty legit to me. The audit seemed pretty legit to me. The audit that was carried out, it seemed pretty legit to me.
Could you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It was carried out by an organization, an auditor.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Yeah. Can you hear me? I'm not sure if you can hear me.
Can you hear me?
Like I said, the audit seemed pretty clear and precise to me. It didn't look fake or like, I mean, and no offense, Kwesi, listen, no offense, but that the Excel spreadsheet that you showed the other day.
Okay, you said
that didn't look.
It seems pretty legit to you, but what are your qualifications? You have not seen all the evidence. I just send you a screenshot.
Yeah, but you got to look at what kind of qualifications.
It was carried out by an investor, and you know this. It was carried out by somebody. It was a conflict of interest because.
Yeah.
No, listen. I think this is where we are. At the end of the day, everybody wants closure in this situation. So this is what is going to happen. I've already listen. Well. Okay, y'all ready? Where you at? Second floor? Come on. Hmm? Which one? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
One more. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Umi.
Okay, so you didn't hear me before.
I'm about to meet up with one of my partners who was there. I'm meeting up with one of my partners. Hey, what up, bro? Okay. Hold on. Hey, bro, you know what? Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Okay, go ahead. Do what you gotta do.
Yo,
come
on, come here, bro.
I'm gonna pause you.
Let me tell you about Miss Judy since she want to be up. Since Judy want to put it out there. Since you want to put it out there, from day one, Judy, she was trying to bust my man down. He coming out right now. Most of these chicks that come over here, they thirsty. They looking for love. You know, they got a lot of anger issues. She hadn't even made it over here. However, what I was doing, everything was right until we had like I said, Juliet was behind the whole thing. And when she got everybody riled up, you had all these women with no facts. I didn't have an opportunity. Nobody got all the facts.
Yeah, but it's clear that this lady wasn't looking for anything like that, right? I mean, we can always say that, oh, she was looking for this, she was looking for that. It's clear that she wasn't looking for anything. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, yeah. What's your man's name? What's his name?
Naji.
Naji. Can you?
Hey, bro, could you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. What's your man's name? Oh, we've lost him completely.
This is the
who
guy,
was that?
the Gambia. His page is the Gambia Nice. He's Gibi. He works with Kwesi, but he also worked with Juliet, but he also worked with Phoenix, and he also worked with Shantae. And
oh, okay. What does he do?
He was the one that you know, pretty much like showed the properties, marketed for them, pretty much. I mean, I do not have anything with this man.
I know.
I do not have anything with this man at all.
I know.
Calls me family. And the only reason why I know him is because Kwesi was always putting me on the phone with him to avoid my questions. And he is actually the one that sent my money to Kwesi because there's things going on in the background that we don't know about. And so he's the one I was telling you he wanted to join the conversation to expose Kwesi. But I asked him if they still had business dealings. He said they didn't have business dealings anymore, but I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they do. Maybe they do. But
really what people say. Everybody has their opinion. That's fine. I love, like, can we focus on the fact that this man came on here just to waste time? Can we just focus on the fact that he just always trying to deflect, always trying to like put you guys on a different subject, always trying to jump on character, always trying to belittle somebody, always trying to say that women are trying to jump on men and discredit them by saying that women only looking for men and that we not getting screwed over. We getting our hearts broken over here. Okay. No. Okay. There's plenty of women that just because we have kids or we have no man or something like this, that don't mean we don't have our own money. That we don't have our own goals and aspirations. We're not looking for men. And because we call out this man, now we are looking for something. And that's his story of every single woman that has something to say about him. Let's pay attention to that. Let's really pick apart this man's words. Okay, let's pay attention to when he speaks, he ain't got nothing to say.
Yeah, and
where's his proof? Like, where are the things he's talking about? And as soon as you try to call him out on the audit that he signed, that he approved, right? And who is on that audit as the one that's going around and helping the people with the audit by giving the information and giving the tours, but Najee, right? And Kwesi approved this audit, but he's then going to tell you, oh, now you don't know how to read an audit. You don't know how to read an audit. The same man that came on here with his self-made spreadsheet and thought we were all going to be clowns and believe his spreadsheet. I mean, come on. Like, why do we waste time to allow this man to have a platform just so that he can spew out his poison? Come now.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, if we are talking about him, I think, and he's willing to come on, I just figured that it would be good to hear what his reaction is to what you were saying, and it seems to play a bit of a pattern, isn't it? He seems to. I don't believe that you were there. Clearly, you weren't there looking for men. If anything, you're in a place now where no, there is a place where why would you go and look all the way over there when you have 7 children? Would you go all the way over there to look for man in a place thousands of miles away from where you live?
Because some man over there is definitely going to be taking care of me and my
of course. It's like, clearly
the puzzle together. Okay, let's not try to push pieces in places they don't belong. But listen, I do need to go back and tend to my kids and my household.
Okay.
I will quickly get distracted very easily, and that's fine. I'm a woman. It's not a problem for me. I do hope that something came from this. I personally did definitely learn a lot of lessons last year from this whole situation. I read one of the comments. The lady said, just take this as you paid for education. Like, yes, definitely, because I definitely learned from the situation. The people do learn from the situation or my situation, and they don't make the same mistakes. And please stop giving this man air to breathe, because he is, come on now. He has nothing. He hates women. He hates being called out. He hates looking at himself and dealing with himself and the things that he's done. He doesn't need any more platforms. He needs to be shut down completely, and he needs to be held accountable for what he's done, and he needs to make things right. That's it.
Okay. Well, but Judy, regardless, you said your piece, and thank you for coming on, and thank you for taking the time out. I know you got 7 children. I'm surprised you had the time to come for the hour, so I really appreciate that. So thank you for speaking to us. Definitely, thank you for speaking to us, and thank you for coming on. And we will perhaps hear from you again soon. Thank you very much.
Yes, and I appreciate you giving me your time. Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
So that was Judy, and it was good to hear from her. Actually, we've got Kwesi back still. He's still backstage. Who I'm going to just get. I know Kwesi. I know you're a bit overpowering at times, but I'm going to give you a few minutes to say your piece. And essentially, I already gave you. Actually, I'm going to put him on first so I can tell him this, so you can hear for yourselves. Let's have a look. Add to string. Okay. Where are you? Okay, so before we go into this, I just want to say that I'm going to allow the questions from from the audience, basically. So if anybody else wants to come in and have a chat, if you have any questions, you can write it down, whatever you wish, because Kwesi's here. Kwesi, so what did you have to say about what Judy was saying? I mean, she seemed pretty. She didn't seem like someone that's. Yeah, I'm listening. We're listening. Go ahead.
Let me say this. Right? They always say the wolf in sheep clothing, right? However, as a testament to character, my character has been under attack. I have my partner here. He's been with me day one with Juliet. When he picked Caffrey up from school, he basically, just like myself, worked 7 days a week for Blackset. He know everything that's going on over there. Over here. Hey, G. Judy this morning sends over naked pictures. This is the type of thing these sisters are doing. They're trying to attack my character, attack my integrity. I'm married, all right? Are they married? No. That's a testament to their stability, okay? And as I said, nobody,
married.
You know.
Judy's married.
You know.
Judy is married. Judy is married.
Judy is right here.
Let me talk to you. Hey, bro, how you doing, brother?
How you doing?
I'm Gambia nice. I'm the one that,
nice.
You know, I've been here. I've been working with Kwesi for about 3 years. And I think you needed my voice because I've been trying to link with people because we started Blackset, bro. We started Blackset from zero. Kwesi built their website and we started from there. And Judy know me personally because we spoke this morning. Kwesi is not a fraud,
bro.
All these people that was been here, Phoenix. I'm Gambian. I've been in the States for 10 years and I've been working with Kwesi and that's how I get my living, bro. Like Phoenix and them, Shante, they the bitch out here. They just trying to spoil his name to get what he been getting. Because they came to his house and saw whatever he's making and that's what they want to make. I'm the one that was helping Phoenix and Shante after they spoiled Kwesi name. I was still playing chess with them and everything. Okay, this brother is not a scam.
Hey, listen, nothing stopped for me. Those ladies want the worst for me. Me and my whole family just came back from Ghana. All right. I lost 20 grand last year. I have the bank statements. You know, this young man been working for me. He just came from Ghana. All right. I don't have to put.
Give it to my wife. Let her talk about
you know, listen, we're not going to put the naked picture out there, but this is the character of these sisters coming out there. All right. They see me out here, you know, and they slept in. Artcathey slept in my bed. Phoenix slept in my bed. I opened up my house to them. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, people want closure. We need to go. We just needed the big rat to come out because you can't do what Juliet was doing. She agitated. She incited the situation. Nobody was over here on the ground. This man helped me furnish all these apartments along with, you know, about 20 of his friends. And I'm still having brothers. You understand? You know, when everything happened, I told him, hey, it'll be better for the community if you just go. That way you can at least try to help some of the people that's going to get led astray and go into the hands of people that don't know what the hell's going on here and they have not been here long enough.
And apologetic. Yeah. I just asked for your number this morning to Judy because what Kwesi taught me in this life, bro, I never saved my life. I was deported from the West. You know what I mean? Kwesi taught me how to live in this Gambia. You know what I mean? So all these sisters coming on, Shante and Phoenix, they just hate us. They just came and saw this brother with his wives and they didn't understand it. Juliet
don't even feed the Gambians.
Juliet will stand with Juliet. Juliet will never buy food for even Gambians working for her.
No.
I'm telling this because Adrian called me on your last video talking about my brother Kwesi. This brother taught me everything in the Gambia, bro. I was deported. Yeah. I came here. My girl took everything from me. Even
so
Dr. Moon will tell you my life is for real, bro.
So you're telling me
saying this to you, bro.
You're telling me that
go to my YouTube. I am Gambian nice. Kwesi taught me everything that I'm doing. I was in his house. I lived there for 3 years, bro. You know, the West betrayed me.
He's
The
really
West
delayed.
betray me. Judy know me. Judy, she just sent me a naked picture today, bro.
Yeah. Okay, but what does that
like that?
We
you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Can't take your word for it.
I want Adrian to come over. I want Adrian to come over. We want Juliet to come over. We want them here right now because we build their website. We build everything. Right now, the job you're trying to do on YouTube is because of me and Kwesi right now. You see what I'm saying, bro? I've been deported 10 years and I come back here and this border helped me out to live here.
Listen, it's not about bashing. It's listen. It's not about all of this drama that came over here. It reflects upon the Black community and diaspora. Okay, the people that's here, anybody that's here, and they get on the ground and they see me and see what I'm doing, they know I'm the real deal over here. All right, you can try to fool yourself. All of these cowards out there that were scared and jumping on the bandwagon or all this drama being brought over here, you know, that just show how unaccountable we are as men in our community. You know, we'll do anything to get a like, anything to try to monetize and make some money, you know, at the expense of you know, a nation and the people who are looking to get out of despair. And that's all it is. A movement.
I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you a question. So, were you telling me that
listen, you got Juliet got like 3 years.
Are you telling me that Blacksit didn't take care of her workers? Did she not take care of them?
Listen, bro.
I think they are stuck. I'm sure you guys can still hear me anyway. So yeah, I mean, I think he's saying that Blacksit did not take care of the workers. She didn't feed them. She didn't do anything like that. That is probably, I mean, once again, I'm not making excuses for Blacksit, but culturally, we don't tend to do things like that in the UK. We tend to get into trouble a lot when we go abroad. The UK is a perfect system of socialism and capitalism, and the capitalism is enough. There's enough capitalism in the country to pay very well for the socialism. So when people have low paid jobs in the UK, they tend to, we don't give tips. We don't give tips in the UK. It's not a normal thing for people to give tips in the UK because normally people get paid more than enough money, even if you are working in the restaurant industry. Things have changed somewhat recently, but that's the way it's been. Nobody cares. Oh, Miss MJ, dearie me. Yeah, so that's pretty much the way it is. That's not, like I'm saying, it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse, but really, you know, if you go into Africa, you have your people there. You have your people there and you have your workers working for you. You would take care of them no matter what. You would pay. You would guaranteed pay or even make some food for them. Make some sandwiches, for heaven's sakes. You take care of your people. I don't like the fact that he said that. It's very concerning, and I hope he's wrong. I hope somehow that this is not true, but I have a feeling that it is, for whatever reason. I'm not going to go into it. I'm not sure who the other gentleman is that came on as well, but you know, he started talking about the fact that, oh, she's sending naked pictures. You know, I mean, once again, I'm not going to believe that, and it doesn't do anything. What, like you guys were saying inside here, it says nothing to do with her character. It has absolutely nothing to do with her character. All right? You can have naked photographs of yourself. If she even indeed do that. I mean, you can say these things. Talk is cheap at the end of the day. We don't know that. So I wouldn't pay that much attention if I were you. I'm going to go through some of your comments. I knew he would say sister was thirsty. Yeah, exactly. That's why she didn't really want him to come on, I think. I think part of her knew that he was just going to tell things that weren't the truth, or he was going to bend the truth to suit him. But I've got him backstage now, and I want to ask him one question. I know you can hear me, Kwesi. I'm going to ask you before you come on, so you have to listen to me, right? Do you bear any responsibility for the things that happen? I mean, anything. Do you actually hold your hands up and say, oh, yeah, well, I did this, I did that? Let's just put him back into the conversation so we can hear what he has to say about that, because I think that's an interesting question, something that he needs to answer, really. It'll be interesting what he has to say. Stream. Kwesi, are you there? Did you hear my question?
Hey, listen. All right, hold on. Wait a second, okay? I have G here, and people want to hear more from G. Right. But I'll tell you, we've been trying to protect the whole situation because we weren't trying to be sloppy. We know Juliet personally. We pretty much was attached to the hip, working 7 days a week. Judy sent naked pictures over. She just had a baby with a Nigerian brother, a Muslim brother. So you listening, brother? She's sending naked pictures with your baby in it. And see, we don't want to go there. Yo, how much Shantae? How much she paid you? Yo, you know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, how much she paid you? Judy, yo, did you see the naked picture? Judy was gonna fucking. This is wife right now. Listen, tell Judy right here. Yeah, listen. Kwesi is my brother. Did you see the naked picture? Now this sister, this is your wife. Don't put your wife out there. But this is this brother wife. That's my wife saying some shit, Judy. This is the character, all right? All right, and it goes for everybody. Art too. You understand what I'm saying? You want to put it out? See?
What's that got to do with the
butterfly titties, with the baby laying on her titties.
With the baby laying on her titties. That was this morning? Oh, that was inappropriate. Okay. Just a little bit. Don't go too hard.
Because to be honest, bro, I'm apologetic. I really love you so much. Because every day I feel myself towards you.
Thank you very much.
Because me and Kwesi start from since 2007. We bring our black shit together. You know what I'm saying? Artcathey didn't have even money for the airport. Me and Kwesi bring that up together. I went and pick her up and bring her to Kwesi. And Kwesi built her website for her. Bro, Shantae and Phoenix, Shantae wanted me for her husband. I didn't want her. That's why she went up all the way crazy on the YouTube. Wow. You know what I mean? Phoenix is my husband. Her live YouTube, her live on YouTube. She was fucking my husband as he fucking a Nigerian dude. You know what I mean? Kwesi is the only legit guy here that is doing work for our people. That we don't need money from. Right? That's take out from Ghana. Right. That's what we do.
Who's this gentleman?
How many people have I helped in the power? Now, all these people, all those fake accounts up there, Juliet, shut them down. Shut them down. Because all you guys are doing is making it hostile over there, supporting people that do not support the Gambians here on the ground. You understand what I'm saying? Attacking Gambian families.
I apologize. I tell you, Kwesi, Juliet left Kwesi. They know I give her the land at Casacunda. I'm telling this to Adrian so he can call me back from the day he called me. Kwesi was making all these deals from lands that we could all make money from. Julia take Casacunda from us and she think that she can leave us. That's why this day came true. And tell Shantae I don't need her ass to be mad at me. I don't need her fucking ass, bro.
Okay. Guys, I've got some other people on. They're going to say their point now. Okay, so I'm going to mute this guy for a moment. Who is this speaking here? DMF, you with us?
Yes.
You were there?
Yes. Yeah, I'm here. I'm there. Can you hear me?
Situation. Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. What have you got to say about this situation?
Okay, basically, I just wanted to say that, you know, a lot of people that are not originally from obviously Africa go to Africa and they feel that they can rape Africa as the same as the white man went to Africa and raped the African continent. You see what I'm saying? I think, you know, nowadays, I remember the days, obviously, I'm from the UK just like yourself, right? And I remember the days when a lot of, I should say, Jamaicans, would put up their noses against Africans, even African Americans will crack jokes about Africa and stuff like that. And it's just a shock to see a pandemic of people going back to Africa. And I think they're just taking advantage of the African continent. I'm from Ghana myself, you see what I'm saying? And I was actually born in Africa. You see what I'm saying? So when I see people going to Africa and actually pretending or playing the role of an Aboriginal African, such as myself, I find it as an insult, because the representation of an African should be a true African that's from Africa. I'm not discrediting the fact that obviously, if you're Black, your origins comes from Africa. But at the same time, I'm stating the fact that, you know, I think people like, for example, Warrior Maya, he's a true representation of an Aboriginal African, because he's on the ground and he's going to a different African country. He's not, you know, people obviously give you donations, as I see on the screen right now. Someone's giving you a donation, and I think a lot of the foreigners, you know what I mean, that are actually on YouTube, they're using these conversations, these scenarios to capitalize on the fact that, you know, others that are not originally from Africa are going back to Africa and abusing the true Africans that should be getting those monies that have been given to people that are taking donations on YouTube. And I find it, you know, it's very frustrating when I hear people talk about, oh, I've got melanin. This is something I want to address as well. Every living being on this earth has melanin. It's not just black people alone that have melanin. Every living thing on this earth has melanin. So when I hear people talk about, oh, you know, I'm Black, so that means that, oh, we're the melanated brothers. No, you're not. Every living thing on this earth has melanin. We're not the only people on earth that has melanin. If Africa's,
I mean, there's a gentleman in here, Aphrodamos, and he normally has something. He's another Gambian native, but he has spread his wings for opportunities over there in the States. And I know it's pretty early over there on the West Coast, so it's really good for him to join us. How you doing there, Aphrodamos? What have you got to say about what's going on with this?
Oh, I'm doing well. You know, the issue here that we are seeing, you know, like I have made several videos where people, you know, they are upset at the video, because when you hit the truth, you know, these same people that are coming out talking about their victims, you know, these people are scamming, is the same people that are telling us that we are divisive. The things that I talk about, not only am I an African, I actually used to belong to the Church of Pan-Africanism, you know, the Prince of Hotep. So the things that I talk about is direct experience, not just, you know, fantasy. I know that there's a lot of people that tell themselves they want to go to Africa. And you have all these single mothers here in America with bad attitude, with bad children, you know, out of shape. Now they want to spread their wing and go to Africa. So they are bringing this drama over there. You see what I'm saying? And Kwesi, if you notice, right, all of a sudden now Kwesi's network is good. You see? Anytime you ask him a question, he deflects. He is running a game. He's running a scam. And his Gambian guy that is talking, I want you to bring him back. I want to ask him some questions.
Okay, I'm going to put him back on then for you. Okay, he's here. He's right here. I'm gonna unmute him. Kwesi.
Hey, listen, you just heard from a Gambian himself. Listen, a Negropean, you just heard from a Gambian himself. All right, everybody that's in the diaspora, shut the hell up, because you're not here. You know, that's the problem. That's why, you know, like the other the 4-hour live you had, where you had the sister, she was saying, hey, we getting tired of people coming over here to you know, colonize and steal land. Hold on one second. And the brother was like, I don't care, I just want Juliet ass. And that almost led into a conflict. You understand what I'm saying? Because people don't have sensitivity, cultural sensitivity. You know, yes, you sat there and enough information. Hold on a second. You brought Judy out. She's sending naked pictures and she's a married woman. She's half naked in her profile picture. And you want us to take these people are credible? Your credibility has all long been in question. However, you're a necessary evil, just like Art and Juliet, because that's our damn community. That's our community.
Kwesi, you got to listen for one moment now. Listen for one moment, because we've got Aphrodite who wants to respond to your friend that was.
Okay, G is here. G is here. Okay. Listen, he's here, but his beautiful wife is here. But I don't. She told me to. There's too much stuff that everything's not going to come out tonight. Everything's not going to come out tonight. All you speculators out there, you heard it. You heard the Phoenix is sending threatening letters. She was the messages to G. She was the one threatening me from day one. I was never looking for Phoenix. I was home chilling. I have a beautiful wife.
It can't be everybody else's fault and not yours. You've got to have some. You've got to have some responsibility and take some accountability for what happened. You can't just be like,
okay, hold on. Okay. No. He's asking the question. Hold on a second. Hold on. What was that now?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah,
I can hear.
Go ahead and speak.
Okay, hey, Kwesi,
okay, Aphrodite.
Kwesi, my thing is, right? You know, you have been accused of all these things, but every time you come on, you start going to personal attacks. Yeah, we get it. I even said that. Her picture shows that she's thirsty.
Listen. Hold on.
You said that.
I've heard enough from you because listen. Hold on, bro. You just heard from two Gambians.
You're taking people's money and you're refusing to answer the questions. Just be quiet and let me speak for a minute here. We can't hear you. Kwesi, we're seeing you're putting this persona out there. What you're doing is, you know that this woman, she's insecure on herself. Oh, obviously he ran away. But I'm sure is he there?
He'll be listening. Go ahead.
Yeah. And Kwesi, this is my message to you. And I'm a Gambian, a true Gambian, that's living here in the States as well. I live in the real world. I work hard and I respect hard work. So those of you that come in my comment section of Kwesi talking about, what are you doing back there? Don't worry. I'm here to expose all you scammers, because from day one, I have been disturbed, not only by you guys, but other people that are using the Gambia as a dumping ground. You guys have to realize, like, this might be entertaining to some, but this is not entertaining to me. All my family lives there. My ancestors, long lines, everyone lives there. People I grew up with, my family. So I would go to every extent to make sure people are not going to use the Gambia as a dumping ground. Because they like to say, what about the Chinese and all these people? Same results. Kwesi is a scammer, as you guys can see. He has been confronted and he ran away. Tucked his tails between his legs and he ran to his 3 wives.
Aphrodite, have you got a mic? You got a microphone?
I do.
Okay, it's all right. They couldn't hear you. People were complaining they couldn't hear you that well.
Can they hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear now. Needles and nourishment in the Gambia. Unlike all these people, I'm not scared of yo ass. Meet me at your house. And I think that's for Kwesi. Angie is your protege. He stole money from his own family. Wow.
See, yeah, that's the thing. This is why they ran away. This lady that is talking, she should also come out and speak, you know, because for some people it might sound like entertainment, but there are people that actually truly belong to this church of Pan-Africanism. Just today, someone sent me a video of an old disheveled grandma, you know, going into Gambian stores, recording herself, harassing people, talking about this is not healthy. You don't have to buy the food. Just get the fuck out of the way. But these people can't do that. What they want to do is try to tell everyone how they should live their lives. And they don't want to respect the culture. They don't want to learn what the culture is. As you guys can see, Kwesi, dressed up in his white tee, him and his fake Gambian friend. You know, it's not that hard to get a Gambian to say whatever you want them to say, because, you know, it seems like he's feeding him. As you can see, they are doing this together. And, you know, Juliet, all these people, they are caught up in something that they themselves, they have no idea what they are, you know, getting themselves into, because people like me, we are not joking about this. It might come out like it's a joke, but it's no joke. We don't need this mess in our country, for real. I really mean it.
Now, clearly you don't. It's not doing anything good for the Gambia, clearly. Can I ask? I want to ask him a question, actually. DMF, are you there?
Yes. Yeah, I'm still here. Yes.
Okay, let me ask you this question. You just heard that Needles and Nourishment in the Gambia said that this gentleman stole money from his own family. Do you think that's true? Do you think that there's any truth in that?
I believe that there's truth in the things that have aspired to what we've got now. Because I think the one thing of Africa, right? It's very easy to buy the people, because obviously if you don't have money, and we know that there's a large percentage of Africans in Africa that may not have the finances. So if they see someone that's a foreigner, for example, you was to come from the UK, or maybe someone comes from the States, they're more willing to, I should say, befriend them, and they will do anything, as the gentleman before said. You know, it's very easy to coerce a lot of them because of money. Because of money, they're always Africans, and because I'm an African, I'm not gonna hold back on what I'm saying. I've lived. I went with my wife, and we lived in Ghana for at least 4 years, and the stuff that we went through in Ghana, because a lot of people tell the African story, but they don't tell it all as it is. They try and leave out the bad things about Africa, because they want to paint a certain narrative. And I think for me, I'm not into painting on narratives. I'm into telling the truth, because the truth will always set me free. And if it means that people are going to hate me because I'm telling the truth, then so be it. But, you know, there's so many people that go to Africa and just basically abuse anything that they feel they can actually rake the continent off, because these people are not doing anything different from what the white man went to Africa to go and do. They're doing the same thing, but they may be doing it in a smaller magnitude, but it's the same thing. The white man goes there, goes and rapes Africa. That's why when I hear people from I don't know, maybe the UK or from Jamaica or from America go back to Africa and they be like, oh, we're helping Africans. What are you doing to help Africans? Are you going there for your own self-gain? You know what I mean? To go and basically try and siphon money off people? Even Juliet, speaking about Juliet right now, I've never even touched on her. When it comes to Juliet, to me, from what I saw watching with my wife, she's a very flirtatious woman. From what I saw, she's a woman that would swing any way. That it's like, for example, if she meets someone, maybe a president or an MP or someone, or even any guy that she may meet that may come across or maybe have a status of any form or shape or whatsoever, she's willing to sway People like that, they sway with the wind. They basically go anywhere that the wind blows. And that's the kind
a
of
massive
woman
accusation,
it seems to be to me anyway.
Wow,
it's not an accusation. It's just a statement of my observation of what I've seen. You see where I'm coming from? Because every time, because if a woman has any kind of I should say you know, self-respect, you know what I mean? When you meet the opposite sex and you know you're actually a married woman, you would make sure that because you don't want to disrespect your husband, you conduct yourself in a certain way. You know what I mean? So it does not offend your husband. But if your husband is willing to be a mute and basically sit back and watch you flaunt yourself and flirt with other guys because you want to be seen as someone that basically gets on with everyone else. No, you must have some form of composure and self-respect for yourself.
That's wild. That's wild. But I just
no, it's not wild. It's not wild because I feel. You know, I've watched you talk about other people. Yeah, I've watched you speak about other people, and when you spoke about other people, you did not hold back. You went in on them, and I was actually upset with you. I told my wife, I said, why is this guy so on other people's business? But then I thought maybe, you know, it's not just a personal thing. You may be doing it to everyone else, but it's just, you know, I don't think you should be holding back because it's Juliet. You know what I mean? I don't think you should be holding back because she's a female. I think you should just say as it is, because if it was a man, I would expect you to be the same way towards a man as you do to a woman. You cannot have it one way and then deal with another person another way. You must deal with everyone accordingly to how they are. Not because you take favoritism, because you believe this person is that and that person is this. You know what I mean? I just feel like, you know.
Yeah. I totally understand. And I have to agree with you to a certain degree. I just think that I just wished that because there are people over there are diasporans over in the Gambia right now who are there for good and are doing good things. I know they exist. I don't put them on this platform because this is not what this platform is for. Okay, if you want to hear about the positive things that Africans are doing and African diasporans are doing and all the good things that they are building, there's Wadamaya. Wadamaya has a good channel. You can go to him. He does lots of positiveness.
Right, yes, I watch him all the time.
There's a particular niche. So, you know, I'm sorry that I don't put it out. I don't put it out there because it's not really why people tune in.
Of course.
The people who don't have a voice, the people who are victims and who don't have the ability to fight back from people who steal money from them or who take advantage of them. This is their platform for them to have their say. So yeah, it's a different. It is. I can totally understand. I totally understand what you're saying. I want to ask Afridamus one question. Afridamus, I know you're listening. I'm going to put you in now. Is there any way out? Do you see things changing in the? Oh, you're not muted. That's good.
I'm here.
Yeah. Okay. Do you see things changing in the Gambia? And if you don't, what needs to be done to change the status quo in the Gambia?
Well, yeah, I believe that things are changing now because, to be quite honest, like there's a complete disconnect between the people that are coming, speaking of what their ideology is, which they're trying to impose on Gambian people. And then you get a guy like the Kwesi's friend, I believe his name is Gibi, right?
Yeah.
Where did he say he was deported from?
Oh, yeah. He didn't say, did he? I'm not sure that it was.
Well,
England. Was it England or the United States? I can't remember.
Yeah, but the fact of the matter is, people, you know, this is not only like Kwesi, like the diasporans that are coming. This scamming thing is a thing over there in the Gambia where Nigerians are involved in it, Gambians, you know. So it's a thing. But now we have to awaken people to this reality so that they don't allow themselves to be swindled, all based in the name of what? Blackness. You see what I'm saying?
He was deported from the US.
Oh, he was deported from here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can tell you a profile of what his life is. He's going to say and do what Kwesi wants him to say. As you can see, he's controlling the narrative. As soon as I started asking him questions, he ran away because he's trying to muddy the story here. Yes, we saw the picture of the woman, you know, thirst trapping. She couldn't shut up about talking about her thighs, even though she has 7 children, you see? So this is the type of things I'm talking about. I even saw a single mother who, she went to Gambia and then she made a video asking for donations. This is bad for the image of Black Americans. So this is why when I speak and point out things, they get upset. But this is the reality. You know, people are preying on their insecurity. See, when you belong to the Church of Pan-Africanism, you start worshiping the Black woman, calling her a queen, which, you know, you ask them which clan, by the way, they can't tell you, but everybody's a queen. You know, the queen thing. So this is what Kwesi uses. Can you hear me? Can they hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
So with this Kwesi, as you can tell, his tone changed. He started shaming her, you know, for her whorish behavior. So, you know, he used her money, you know, just a typical Negro in Atlanta, using women here, the same thing, to pay their bills. So now the front is Africa, you know, the front is Africa, selling Pan-Africanism. So people are separating themselves, you know, from their money easily.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what is this person saying? Is there in America?
I think that's what he just said. I think that's the gentleman that we was just speaking about. I think so. Gani.
Oh,
yeah, I think that's.
He said he's there in America, but want to tell Gambian how to live. Okay, he doesn't even know how to spell, I believe.
But put the microphone to your face so we can hear you clearly.
Oh, can you guys hear me now?
Clearly.
Can you hear me?
No.
What about now?
Sometimes we can hear you. Go and talk.
Yeah. So he's saying that I'm trying to tell people how to live their life. You know, a typical scammer. He should tell us why he got deported. See, me right here in the United States, not only am I a citizen, you know, upstanding citizen, taxpayer. I have my own company, employing people, American people. So I'm a true capitalist. I'm not even ashamed of that. You know, only the weak people cry about that. So Kwesi is using the single mothers, you know, to take their checks from them. As you can see, every victim that come online is a female. Every victim that come online is a female because they are going by that emotion. They want to belong to a community, but it doesn't have to be this toxic community. They don't understand that. They think people like me that is talking sense, I'm attacking them. What is Two Niger saying? Can you put that up, UN?
Sorry?
Can you put up what Two Niger said?
What that gentleman?
The one before this one.
Oh, what's his name?
Two Niger, the one with the
Two Niger.
With the African mask.
I will find him.
But yeah, you know, if you look at it, this is a cult. It's a movement where, for instance, you look at it. This, I don't know what he's trying to say. Like to say he's trying to highlight issues.
I think he's talking about me. Don't worry about it. I think he's talking about me.
Okay. I thought he was, you know, talking about something that makes sense. But the issue we have is the people that are pushing this, you know, they are scammers. As you can see, Kwesi is not even talking Pan-African anymore because now he got the money from the people. You see? And as I can, you know, from the way I see things, it's going to continue on. It's going to continue because people are going to continue to swallow the lie. Is he attacking me now?
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously, you know, someone who's involved in this. So I wouldn't respond to his childish deflections.
Oh, what the hell is going on with my laptop? Sorry. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, he doesn't seem happy, but he went to America himself, though, so I don't understand.
Well, that's why I would have loved to ask him where he was, how he got deported, because you know, you've been here in America. You got deported before, right?
Yeah, proud of it.
And they didn't just deport you. Something happened, right? You know this.
Yeah.
So
it needs to be something quite serious, actually, for something like that to happen.
Exactly. So we should have had, you know, I guarantee you, if this guy, he would be involved in something similar to exactly what he's doing right now. Because think about it. How did this guy, you know, how did these two scammers able to connect all the way across the pond? Not even the pond, the ocean. How did that happen? So he should tell us how he got deported. What did he do? Was he scamming people here too? You see? So those of you that are watching me, I want you to understand one thing. When you hear nowadays this Pan-African talk, it's not going anywhere other than what we're seeing right now. They are coercing people, you know, get them buttered up and take their money from them. How many stories have you produced here, shown us, where these YouTubers are taking people's money just like this? How many people? You talked about Wilkin Merenzi, you talked about several other people. And how is the money leaving the people's bank account? It's in the name of blackness. You see? It's in the name of blackness. So we have to see what the game is. But hey, I'm happy to always talk about it. If anyone is stupid enough to give your money to strangers, you know, more power to you. You know, straight. The only way I'm sending money to somebody is if I'm donating it to you. Yeah.
You know, I mean, the initial question was, do you see an end to this?
Yeah, it would change form, but I don't see the end. Because you see, Africa is one of those places. Like Kwesi, he won't be able to stay away from the place now, because once you get a taste of it and he understands the hustle, he's not going to leave. So this is where his hustle is right now. So he's going to change.
Oh, you need to read that.
You see?
Let me see that.
See, the thing is, I have worked in corrections for many years. You know, my prior work.
Oh.
Yeah.
He wants to come and speak to him. Okay, give me a second.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to add him to the screen. Okay. Okay. It's Kwesi. Kwesi, is your friend there?
He's here. Yes. Yeah.
Does he want to answer these accusations that have been thrown at him?
I'm ready.
Hey.
I'm ready. Yes. Tell him I'm ready, bro.
G, can you hear me?
What accusations is this, Negro Pen? Hold on a second. Turn that off.
I didn't hear that. Did your friend get deported from the United States because of he was running a credit card fraud scheme?
Well, let me take them.
Okay.
I can only
I don't have any clue. I don't know what he was doing in the state, why he was deported, but this is what I will say. Hold on, this is what I will say, because we've covered a broad range of things in this conversation. Hold on, this conversation is going to continue to grow, and we want to be able to use your platform to get the information out there in a structured way. All right. By request of G's wife. Hold on.
He needs to answer that question, though, because people are going to make that assumption.
Listen. How many black people been in jail before that been doing shit? You know what I'm saying? How many black people been in jail? I got a felony. You understand what I'm saying? It's not about what a person did. He's Gambian. All right. You want to fan the flames? He's Gambian. Who you think they're gonna stand on the side of, a Gambian or this chick that just came over here that dates, having sex with beach boys? These sisters coming over here on the sex tourism tip. You gonna try, you know what I'm saying? And it's a platform and it has to get out there, but we need to do this in a structured way. You understand what I'm saying? They try to put me out there for a misdemeanor. Juliet behind fake account. It don't matter. What are they doing over here in Africa? A place where they do not know. A place where they don't have protection. You understand what I'm saying? Putting themselves in highly dangerous situations. This man's a Gambian. Who you think they're going to listen to? Her or them? You understand what I'm saying? Phoenix has nothing. She's a bum. She always has been. As well as her and Juliet. I was the lifeline over here for them, but you can't touch our community because we're so filthy. We don't respect truth. Hey, bro.
Kwesi, I need to give the platform to Aphrodamus. I want you to listen to what he has to say. Go ahead, okay. Aphrodamus.
Hey,
Aphrodamus. Okay, but still though. So let's have an intellect.
Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
I can hear someone.
What about?
I can hear you loud and clear. Yeah.
So
yeah, can hear.
So okay. So Kwesi, are you a scammer as they're accusing you of?
Wait a minute. The gentleman is there next to him. I'm going to allow him to try and answer that question. Go ahead.
Go back.
Here's G right here.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Okay. You got...
G.
Yes.
Hey, G.
Brother.
G.
Yes, he's not a scammer. I've been working with Kwesi for more than 4 years.
We're talking about you.
I'm talking about
yes.
We're talking about you.
G.
Let me.
Yo, hold up. Listen, Aphrodamus. You fake intellectual, man. Back up. Who are you? Put your face up there. You got this character up there. Listen, I'm not speaking to nobody unless they're coming up here live. All right? You guys getting the real information of what's going down here in Gambia, and you fucking disregarding it. That's the root word of ignorance is ignore. You're ignoring the hard facts here. You're not even, understand what I'm saying? You sitting back there. Who the hell is Negro? Yo, man, show your face. Bring some more, yo.
I'm here.
Where are you from anyway, Nicodemus? Where's your face? Let me see your face. You might got a Juliet. Listen, I'm not replying to no. You saw the last person up here had a half-naked icon before we put out the truth. People already peeped her style.
Huh?
How you got 7 kids? You up there half-naked?
She was not half-naked.
With your cunt
she
showing.
was not half-naked. She was wearing pop socks and a short pair of shorts.
You can see it between her legs. Come on, that's not a modest woman. That's not a woman of integrity.
I'm a fake intellectual.
Oh, they're not even going on.
Listen, yes, you are, because you don't know what you're talking about. The only reason why I'm up here Yeah, just like you, Phoenix Rain. The truth is coming out now, and it'll appear in court.
Okay. Who's going to court? Kwesi, who's going to go to court?
Micropian, I'm leaving now. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for your input.
Get some wives.
Okay.
It seems like more of the men are offended that I have wives than the women are.
You're saying people going to court. Who's going to court?
Okay, I have to send you over the documents, but there's been legal documents served months ago, and we'll all be the accusers will be in court, and Juliet Ryan and Blackson will be in court as well. We were just waiting for this time. That's why we didn't press. Everybody know where I live in Gambia. No one came to my house about any type of legal process. You know, however, Phoenix Shantae have been served a legal document. Then Phoenix, we could not get in contact with her. However, all of that's going to happen. So, this platform right here, we're going to use this to have a totally transparent process. I send you over information. The people that's involved in the situation, they're so sloppy that they left their personal information open, and we were able to see the whole conspiracy. I've sent you over information that implicated, Mose to Molly Morris, and his comments that he made. That's the first time I mentioned his name. I was just waiting for the big rat Juliet to come out. The big rat came out. Now the mousetrap is about to snap on her neck. You know what I mean? We had G came out, and he told you what was going on, the straight unadulterated truth, and the truth is the truth, and that's what it is. And anybody that can't see it for what it is, they're just blind. That sounds like Muhammad Ali.
But Julia, opponent, she's not someone that's just going to take it lying down. She will. Clearly she will.
Listen. Juliet is the type of person, if you do something to her, like she crushed her friend. She crushed her little. No, hold on. It's gonna be more. Because all this players, bro. Man, listen, if you don't know, you getting whatever. If you don't, like I said, most of you guys don't know what's going on. You heard from a Gambian. I don't want to speak for myself. I have Gambian family. I'm straight over here, always been straight. Was in the U.S., traveling around, saw my family. Was in Connecticut. Cousin Riz, thanks for holding me down. Coming into the airports, my people picking me up. Orlando, Atlanta. Thanks for holding me down. My family, my team over there. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm not somebody that's new to this. You understand what I'm saying? I have a lot of people that support me. I have a large base outside of coming here to Africa. Of people in a network where I make money. And what I do is I am a giver. Anyone that has any two eyeballs and common sense will be able to see that based on what they've heard and what they've seen. And you have two people that just came over here recently. You know what I mean? It's been 8 months. The only reason why the process dragged on because of Juliet interference with it. Molly Morris, You know what I'm saying? Being a hypocrite, I brought my wives down there. We spoke to him. We did a video 3 or 4 days before it. He act like he's cool, but he's not. He went back talking about my wife disrespecting Gambian women because he's married to a Western woman who basically got him booty whipped. Come on, man. It's all jokes and games, man. And diaspora looking like a big joke, brother.
Look, what happened with Marley Morris? What you're saying? Marley Morris was part of this.
What did I send you over? What did you see in that message? And I got over 100.
I did read it. I want you to say it.
Well, you need to read it. You got a platform and you make your income based off of YouTube videos. You didn't read it? I can
read it.
That you've been most critical towards? Yeah, go and read it. It'll be in court.
What I'll do, I will make a video and I'll edit it.
Okay, let's do this then. Let's set up another time because it's a process. So Friday, hold me accountable. If I did something, I'll pay it back. I don't care about money. You can't manifest nothing, you know, striving for money. That didn't get me around the world. You understand what I'm saying? Striving and chasing after money. You understand what I mean? I ain't no damn goddamn scammer. Nobody don't know me for that. Only the people that's behind. And Juliet have half of these fake ass accounts. How the hell you used to be one of the biggest bloggers here? You know, how the hell you have time to do that and create fake YouTube account? It's a propaganda campaign. She's been in mergers and acquisitions and hostile takeovers. All right. We don't need all of these sidebar people, these sideshow people coming up here talking. We need Juliet. Damn.
I don't know where Juliet is. She might be watching, actually. She has been threatening court action, so I'm not sure if she'd actually come on and say anything. I don't think she fears you, though. I don't think she's afraid of you. I know there was talk that she did feel intimidated by you. But I wouldn't have thought that that was the case. Clearly, you know, she doesn't come across as being the kind of woman that is afraid of people. But you know, you never know. You never know. If she is watching, then clearly she can come on if she's to face these accusations. If she's there, I'll post the link to the chat. If she wants to come in, then that's good. I've still got patiently waiting here our guest here, DMF. I was going to call you DMT. Maybe I need some DMT now. Well, gosh, I mean, let me ask you this: do you miss the Gambia? I mean, I'm guessing you don't miss all this drama.
Gambia. Hello? Hello?
The Gambia.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I'm not from Gambia, I'm from Ghana.
Oh, okay. Device is not connected. Gambia Global TV. Oh, wait there. You're from Ghana.
That's right. Yeah, I'm from Ghana. The Black Star.
Ah, nice. The Black.
Yeah, that's exactly what
Global TV that has joined us, who keeps coming in, and I always ignore this person. And I'm sorry. You just come in, you wait, you're patient, and then you leave. Gambia Global TV, you've got the stage. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yeah, I don't want to spend much. Yeah, I don't want to spend much time, right? I just wanted to explain some few things which is happening in the Gambia right now, because as a Gambian, we are very concerned. You know, if these people coming to the Gambia, they are very much welcome. You know, the Pan-African movement, right, they're using, you know, they shouldn't exploit it to the point where they're going to enrich themselves. Because you cannot come and solve a problem by creating another problem. That is a very important point they have to know. You don't solve a problem by creating other problems. Because what happened from day one, Juliet has been using, you know, these Lebanese, these Indians, the Chinese. But if we go into statistics and we go into history, I'm a Gambian. I was born in the Gambia. Go and check the statistics. We had only 3,000 Lebanese in the Gambia. 3,000 Lebanese. You go to Ghana, they got 100,000 of Lebanese. You go to Freetown, they've got 100,000 plus Lebanese. Go to Senegal. You talk about the Indians. We got less than 800 Indians in the Gambia. You can go and check. These are statistics. You check about the Chinese. We got less than 500 Chinese living in the Gambia. Go and check the immigration status. But anytime Juliet wants to do deals, she is going to use that. Where are the Chinese? Look at the Indians. The Indians, they don't control that much. It's only around Jimpex's area. And that is even controlled by the tribe we call the Sarahules. They are Gambians. They are one of the richest tribes. So anytime Juliet comes in, she is running all these things, and they are being helped because we already know the problem right now. Gambia has a lot of problems when it comes to institutions. The institutions, they are not like modern institutions. And Juliet has been living in the Gambia. Once you come, you understand that there are a lot of opportunities. You abuse it, which we don't do in the West. I live in the UK. I studied in the UK as an accountant. I came to the UK a few years ago and went through the top. But we all know the work ethics. We all know the institutions, how developed they are. So if we are going to Africa, which we all have to do if we can, but we shouldn't go to Africa to exploit, to use the loopholes. Because that's what we are doing. Because I have been to the Gambia. Even last year I went. There is these poor farmers. They offered me like 200 acres of land. I said to them, hell no, I'm not going to buy it. Because I could have just bought it with maybe 10,000 pounds. That is all it's going to take you to buy. But I told them, look, this is your future. These are for your grandchildren. If you sell this to me for 10,000 pounds, in the next 20 years, your kids are going to be homeless. All I can do is to help you guys to build up agriculture, to get boreholes. Juliet and others, they don't do that. Even you, UN, if you go to Gambia today with 10,000 pounds or something, you're going to get maybe 200-300 meters of land. And then if you break this land down into 20 by 20, you sell it for like 200,000, you're going to make 50,000, 60,000. Imagine 10,000 investment, you make maybe 30 or 40,000 on top of that. The local people are not aware. Gambia is a tourist destination. It has been a tourist destination for the past 50 years. So if you are coming from the UK or America, people have this mindset, and it's not going to change overnight. Because we went through that from childhood. Anything from UK, America is superior. They know that. Us, Phoenix and all these things, Sunday, they will tell you, you will live your best life. The fact that you are just from America, people will trust you. Even with your accent, you just speak, you go to the market, you talk. They will straight away know, they will tell you, oh, they are the Americans, they are the British, they are rich. Where is the pound sterling? The moment you go to the Gambia, you know you've been to the Gambia before. With your accent, if you speak, automatically locals will tell. They will know you from the UK and they will assume that you are rich.
Before I speak.
Exactly, and they will treat you like a king. Even if you have nothing, the respect you will get. That is one of the things which normally people will feel. You're not going to understand that until you go to the Gambia. The moment you step down of the plane, you put your foot down, you get a kind of a special respect because you're from UK and America. They give you a special respect. And it's people take advantage. Yeah, you will go. I mean, it's the mind. You cannot change that. It would take another 10, 15 years. Even every day, say people will not believe it. Because what they see from UK, even the president of the Gambia used to be in the UK. He used to be hustling here. The same thing. That mindset is there. And Juliet knows that. You know, Juliet is very smart. Juliet is very smart. And what Juliet does now is she goes to the politicians. The member of parliament from where I came from, I had to pick up the phone and call that member of parliament and tell him, look, I will make sure next elections you lose your seat. Because every day those people are in Juliet's house, drinking. Juliet is bribing them. His name is Sekou Maron. You have the other guy, Suleiman Saho.
What's his name?
You have Suleiman Saho. Sekou Maron, all these are members of parliament. Can you imagine members of UK parliament going to Juliet's house sitting down there, giving them food, having dinner. Juliet is very manipulative. She got these members of parliament because Juliet knows that, okay, if you're from the UK, in the Gambia, they give Juliet a special respect. Those members of parliament believe in Juliet. They worship her. Juliet has the gift of the gab. She can talk. And she has that influence. And all those people, she goes, they take her to the villages. Right now, I will tell you, Juliet got access to the president very easily because of Sekou Marong. Sekou Marong is the member of parliament. And he is close to the president. So all it takes, Juliet, is a phone call. They will call the president. Or
okay. I want to bring in another one of our guests now.
Yeah, okay. I'll be in the background.
Okay, give us one moment. Give us one moment, because we have give us a second. General Warlord. We can't hear you at this moment, but you've been unmuted. General Warlord. Are you there still?
Can you hear me?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Are you a Gambian?
No, I'm a South African. Yeah, I've been watching this YouTube for long. There's been drama every day. Yeah, since there's a lot of drama, everybody wants evidence that she's a scammer. Everybody wants to know if she's a scammer, right? They have to question those important people she's been around and the community. That's where we can get the answers. These things of going around questioning other people, always misleading people. This starts creating unrelated wars, battles that don't even bring unity among people. Because this thing has been all over YouTube. Every day is Gambia. There's always a dysfunction around it. When are we gonna see something positive being spoken about? Because that country also deserves some respect at a certain point. Every day we see the bad things about the Gambia and the Gambia. That's all I had to say. Yeah.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for coming on. Real quickly, I'm going to bring in Mr. Because really, they don't really have the same problems in South Africa. They have a different type of problem in South Africa. They definitely have some problems in South Africa. But one of the things they don't have is foreigners going over. Well, actually, no, that's a lie, isn't it? Clearly, they had the biggest scammers on this planet in the history of man who came over there and tried to scam the entire piece of land from them, right? And strangely enough, a lot are still there. A lot of them are still there, and they call themselves Afrikaans instead. I don't get it. I don't get it. But anyway, sorry, Mr. Can you hear me? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear you. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Are you a Gambian?
Yeah, I'm a Gambian. Yeah.
What do you have to say about this in your country?
You know, there's a lot of things going on, and I think it's not good for the people coming from the diaspora, because the drama that is unfolding there, as time goes on, even though, because the reason that the local people are not getting to know these things, because most people are not exposed to the internet yet. Somebody who is thinking of you know where the next meal is coming from, where the next meal gonna come from, will not go and buy a data to sit down watching things on the internet, and most of them, they just go and work. So, but right now, what is going on? Because this fight is going on, and I can hear some of the radio stations are broadcasting it now, and they bring in guests. People are speaking on the local radio. So now when they go to work, they tune their radios, they will be listening. So they will be informed what is going on around them. And that is not good for the people coming from the diaspora, because I don't wanna beat my brother Kwesi. I don't wanna come to attack. I don't wanna bring a fellow brother down. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not here to criticize Juliet or anybody. But what I'm gonna say to these people, you see, one thing with Gambia, I just want to tell people, one thing with they will be loving and very caring, but in the day that they see things clearly, they see the broader picture, they will wash their hand of you. You will not stand any chance. You will not have any credibility in the community in any way you go. So to me, I think they need to protect their integrity, because it's very important when you come to the community, you come to somewhere to live. You know what I mean? Try to plant a good seed. Don't let people to know you that you are there to scam people or to sell land. The only problem I have with the only problem that Juliet, I'm not gonna sit down and criticize Juliet, but the only problem I have with Juliet is that the land that he's taking from those local people, which that they are illiterate, they don't know what is generational wealth. And these are people with 3-4 wives, sitting with kids. They don't know economics, they don't know nothing. And because of their people are taking advantage of them to enrich their self in their assets and giving them peanuts. Because if the land is for like $3,000, can you imagine that person, that local person who owned that land is only receiving $1,500 for that land, and they sell the land for $3,000. But what they will do, they will take the chunk of the money and give the local person, say this is what they sell it for. And this is not right, because if we have to champion black power, Africanness, blackness, let's support our people. We have to look at the condition of our people. Let not just take the advantage, because to know that, okay, this man, he get this thing, you got the goal, you don't know like what the white people do, you got the goal, you don't know what to do with the goal, you know what I mean? So I take it away from you. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of we help them and show them the way, you got 2 kids. You know what? Reserve those 3 plots for them in case when they grow up, they can have a generational wealth. But they're not doing this. And you have Kwesi. Kwesi is somebody that, you know what I mean? When artcathey was in Gambia, I don't know, artcathey or Arti, can't pronounce the name. Artcathey was in Gambia. Kwesi see the behavior of artcathey. And she is talking about that she is married to a Gambian woman. And, she lives with Gambian family. But you see all kind of disrespect. You know what I mean? The words that artcathey been throwing on Gambian's woman, and you can't even talk to her privately to say this is not good. This is not the way to come to Africa and starting insulting people. You understand what I'm saying? So I just class Kwesi as somebody who's just trying, like he's failing in any way he go. He was with Blackseed. He failed there. He come to build up with artcathey. It doesn't work, because artcathey is somebody who just get up and insult the whole entire community without doing anything to you, because you know what I mean, you just think that you can bring America into Gambia. Gambia is Gambia. They have their own doctrine. America have their own doctrine. If Gambians go to America, they try to adopt the way Americans do things there. You know what I mean? So if you come to Gambia, we expect them to adopt. Even though if you want to leave your America, but do not go, you see something, why women are carrying kids in their back, holding banana bowls, you know what I mean, heavy stuff. That's the way they survive, because there is no food stamp or housing. So they have to go and struggle. They're not lazy. They have to go and work to feed themselves and their kids. It's not like where in America where you can sit down and you get food stamp for free. It's not like that. So anything that they work, they earn it their hard sweat. If you don't respect those women, you don't have to come out in a public forum and dissing them. And when that happens, we are observing most black acres of the Gambia, who is Ricky. He was in Gambia. He have a lot of Gambian, a lot of people, because I start to unfollow him when things happen. I'm thinking they should come out and speak against that, because that is gonna breed a problem between Gambians and American. Gambians gonna start viewing American in a different way now. So I'm thinking that he have a platform where he have a lot of followers, so he can come out and say, you know what, artcathey don't speak in our name. That's not us. Okay? To distance himself, to try and condemn what is happening. We have a lot of YouTubers there. The only person I see who come closer, and I will give that to Juliet. Juliet and somebody called something super chat, something super something, you know, super chat, something like that. One lady have made collaboration
African
African, yeah, because they come to condemn it. That's not the way to speak to your people. If I don't know something, because I saw there's a lot of people coming to Gambia today, a lot of them don't know how our cultures go. They don't know. So if you're willing to learn, you come get closer to Gambian, and they will show you how they do things. But don't think that the way you do things, and that's the way things gonna come, and you know what I mean, it's gonna go your way. That's not right. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not the right way to come and integrate. It's a wrong way. It's a recipe for a hate, to breed hate. And now we can see what is happening in Gambia, because radio station like Star FM is having morning show now, and they invite in some of the Gambian, and it's because one thing I said, you see what happened in Rwanda, the genocide, the fight, it started from the radio station. When the people rise up, they know, because they listen. They may not have internet, but they have their little radio FM meter bands, and when they walk in, they tune and they're listening. So this thing is going to a level which I don't like, because we are all one. We can all come together and unite. Africa is big. Wherever you choose, you can go and buy your land and sit down. But try not to come with that, you know what I mean, that thing to come to say you're going to scam the people, or you're going to do this, or you're going to take advantage of the people that are illiterate because they can't read and write, because they don't know economic, they don't know. So you're going to rob them from their lands, and so that you can enrich yourself, build a massive house and build a swimming pool. We all know that you got that money. That money is coming from the lands that you are selling and trying to enrich yourself and to, you know, to support your lifestyle. You know what I mean? It's not fair. You know, let us all go and work.
I think it's one thing for somebody who is coming over. I think the word exploit is used a lot, right? Are we coming over and exploiting the land? Yes, we are, but are we exploiting Africa the way other people, groups, ethnicities, races are doing, nationalities? I don't think we're even close. It's just weird. We're like crabs in a barrel, you know what I mean? It seems like we are crabs in the barrel. Wait, I'm not sure who this is. Who is this?
You talking to me?
Yes, you're there. Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? I'm a Gambian too. I mean,
you're a Gambian too.
Yes, I saw a lot of people saying why are Gambians letting people like this come into Gambia. I mean, like Black British been coming to Gambia for so long, even African Americans been coming to Gambia, but it wasn't televised like this. So I guess that's the reason is because of it's on YouTube. And one thing, like just what that guy was saying, most Gambians are not even into the YouTube. They're on Facebook, because you know the YouTube data it kills your data when you're in Africa. When I'm in Gambia, I don't even pay attention on YouTube. unless maybe recently that we have Wi-Fi, maybe I will go over there, but I'm not on YouTube all the time when I'm in Gambia. That's the reason why people don't know anything that's going on. Even if I tell my brothers about it, they'll be like, hey, let that be on YouTube. They don't want to hear that because they know that people are not going to be walking around and disrespecting them. Speaking about that artcathey mess, I don't even want to talk about her, but that's how they see it. They said she's not going to be walking around and talking to mess like that because in Gambia, people will knock you out and the police can do nothing. There's no 911. So she was just doing it behind closed doors, but she was not walking around doing it. When people were noticing her, she ran away. So with her, even a sensible American, whatever she was doing, they're not going to agree with her because she was so ignorant and very disrespectful. It's not about the truth. It's about like the insult that she was doing about unfortunate people that were struggling with their lives, and you're trying to mock them the way of life, and they were struggling. That's about it. When it comes to Kwesi, I think Kwesi should be the last person pointing finger on Juliet, because last year around this time it was Kwesi that did the scam. So I see them all in the same boat. They were all there for their own interest. They're not there for the people. Like what the other guy said, when it comes to Juliet, the only problem I have, like, you know that those people that you take in their land, they are not educated. Like, and they're very hungry. I mean, you give them $2,000 or $10,000, that's a lot of money. They only think about right now. They're not even thinking about the future. But their kids are getting educated. It's just like one of those kids will become maybe somebody in the future and be like, what was happening during my grandparents' time? These people came and took advantage of us, and this is not right. I'm going to take you guys to court. How did one lady get all this land and reselling it? And it's going to cause problems. And Gambia been having land issue for so long. She needs to stay away from it. I'm not saying don't go and get land, but get it legit. Go get the amount of land that you're supposed to get 50 by 50 and stay with that. If you think that you can go and get more than 50 by 50 right now, you're enjoying it, think about it. One day it will come and the government will come after you and be like, how did you come and get all this land? Right now, just understand that maybe those people, like, they're not even registered properly. So when the government, or we have a change of government, and they said, what's going on here? How are you supposed to have like acres and acres of land and you're not supposed to have it? Who gave you all this time? They're going to take it from you. And you can do nothing, because ignorance of the law is not an excuse. So when these people were saying, but the alcalos sell it to them, most of these alcalos are not even educated. They're born over there. They're the owner of the land, but the government is on top of them. You can sell the land, but there are certain ways that you have to sell the land, and there are laws in the Gambia that if you don't follow it, the alcalo cannot do nothing. You're just gonna lose your money. That's how it is. So they have to be very careful when it comes to the land. And like I said,
I've been telling people this.
They don't know what is going on YouTube. That's the reason why when you see other YouTubers over there, they're having their best life, because people over there don't even watch this mess. It's only people that are living in the diaspora, like people like me. Everybody, every Gambian on your platform lives in the diaspora. The Gambians in Gambia don't even call your platform. So that says a lot. If this mess was like that in Gambia, it would be chaos. Trust me. The only reason why they're getting away with it, because people that live there, either they don't care. I'm not going to say they don't care, but they don't pay too much attention to the YouTube streets.
I think that's probably for the best, don't you think? I mean, I'm sorry, I just wanted to say thank you, by the way, for your comments. And I wanted to say thank you to everybody who called in and gave us their opinion. I'm aware that I'm running out of time, so I'm just going to slowly try to start to wind this down. It sounds as if, oh man, you know, at one point last year, I was like, yes, this Gambia stuff is over, time to move on. But there's clearly a lot of stuff happening. There's a lot of people there that are still hurt, still angry, still want their money, still want their land. Nothing has changed. And this is part of the reason why I started this company. It's because social media has this propensity of giving you information which is given to you in a way in which you don't retain it. It's just like, oh yeah, boom. It's like God, it's wild. So calling people out, exposing them, that type of thing works to a certain degree, but it doesn't work in the long term. And so we need to start bringing out the heavy guns after these people. Really, you know, when you start prosecuting people, and when you start bringing in, you know, the embassies of whatever nation they're from, when you start bringing everybody in, then they're more likely to be held to account for the actions that they've been doing, and it is really bad. I feel sorry. I think a lot of you guys sort of, you looked at a profile picture and thought, oh, nah. And then after you started talking about the profile picture, Kwesi came on afterwards and said, oh yeah, by the way, she sent my man a naked photo. I'm not going to show it on YouTube though. Come on now. Come on, that's not fair, I don't think. And I truly don't think it has anything to do. And by the way, somebody said, oh yeah, you just believe that she has 7 children. I saw she has 7 children. She has 7 children, all right? Let's not question that. She's a good lady, you know, she's a good woman. She's remarried and she's gone on with her life. But clearly she had the opportunity to come in here and ask Kwesi for her money back. And for somebody that has, you know, 7 children, the amount of money she gave to him, that's going to, you know, I think a lot of you might even say that she's a little irresponsible. And I think she actually said this, right? That she was stupid. She wasn't stupid, she was irresponsible. And she was sold a dream, like many people are. He was sold a dream by this guy. They took the money off her. What can I say? I doubt if she'll see a penny off that again, but I don't think she was thinking about that. I think she was talking about more telling people about her story so they don't get into the same situation. And most of the guys on here now, you already know, you know how they work already. So, you know, all I can say is that Oversight is here now. You make that decision. You don't need to go and, oh, do you know what? I hope this agent pays the capital gains tax on the land. You don't need to do that anymore. You don't need to do that. You don't need to talk about these agents. In fact, there was a good agent sent to me by one of my viewers, and we're going to go through a video that they left the other day. I'm going to try and actually make a video, an actual video, and post it tomorrow at some point. I will be going live again tomorrow. I need to speak to the person that we're going to interview again, but we'll be going live again tomorrow. And we're going to be talking, so I'm going to say it yet. I'm not going to say it, I'm going to leave it for now. Tomorrow I'll post it and you'll see for yourself. Okay. But guys, things are not over yet in the Gambia, but we're getting there. We're getting there slowly but surely. I'm glad artcathey's left. I think Kwesi is trying to offload the blame and the accountability onto the women part of the situation. I remember last year, before this manosphere stuff didn't blow up, he wasn't saying that. But now that this misogynistic manosphere has come up, everybody's jumping on the bandwagon and using that movement, you know, their own self-hatred of women as a get-out clause for the things that they've done wrong. And I think that's wrong. It's wrong. So guys, listen, I'm going to leave it here, 2 hours, 45 minutes, much longer than what I normally expect. I expect it to go on for 2 hours tonight, then 2 hours, 45 minutes. Guys, I want to thank you guys. Wait there, let's have a look. Trey said, UN, if the land grab stops in the Gambia, does Oversight stop? No, it doesn't, because we work in more countries than just the Gambia. We also work in Ghana and in Nigeria. So if you're looking to buy land in Ghana, there are people there. Clearly, it's not as regulated once again. It's not like Nigeria. Nigeria is actually quite regulated. However, the people that you need to be careful of in Nigeria is the government. These people will snap your land off you if you do one thing wrong, which is part of the reason why we went into business there, because there are people there. You can go there, you can buy land, but if you do one thing wrong, the government's not going to have it. They'll leave you, wait for you to build a structure on it, and then, yo, do you know what? You need to, yeah, do you know what? Come on, up it. You know, they're gonna take your land off you, like they do in, yeah. I'm not even going to say the word yet because I want you guys to see this. So yeah, Nigeria is pretty hardcore. It's almost as if they are over-policed, and everybody wants their piece of the pie. So we have started. We've got a very good lawyer in Nigeria, actually, a very good one, and we have a possible second lawyer coming in northern Ghana. In Tamale. I'm hoping so anyway. I'm hoping he joins us. At some point, guys, I'm going to invite you all. I'm going to invite all the lawyers to come online and speak with you guys, speak about what we do. Because at this moment, it's just more conjecture, isn't it? I'm just telling you what we did. I'm telling you. I'm not showing you. You're going to need to speak to the lawyers themselves. And you'll see for yourself. We just want this type of stuff to end, and it can end if the Gambian authorities would, you know, wake up a bit and perhaps try to do more to put a handle on the real estate business there. They're not doing enough, clearly, and they need to do more. And I'm not the kind of person that likes control. I hate control, but truly, there are people over there that are exploiting it, and a lot of diasporans are losing their money, and a lot of Africans are just wasting their time with them. So that's the end. Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you very, very much for watching. I want to give an extra special thank you to all those people who gave me those super chats. Guys, I saw you, I recognized you. They were in the middle of the chat, so I couldn't say thank you, but now I can. Thank you very much. It's well appreciated. I really do appreciate the fact that you've helped support our channel. Thank you very much. All of the Patreons, I never give enough love to you guys. Thank you very much for trusting in the Unapologetic Negropian. Thank you very much. Thanks for the support and everything else. And yeah, guys, I'm out. I need to eat something because I haven't even eaten. So guys, thank you very much. Thank you for watching. See you. Yeah, so thank you I want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, like, the video if you can now. If you're going to do it, like. Apparently, liking it does something. Oh, well, we'll have to agree to disagree with this one. So yeah, cheerio, Swag Nation. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Until the next time, please think twice. I'm going to leave it on for a bit, guys. So if you want to talk, continue to talk, okay?